Hey guys, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys, so there's a lot to unpack because I was reading articles this morning and trying to figure out while I was waking up what's going on out in the world, right? Well, we haven't heard about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in quite some time until today. Now, it looks like just the other night, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Dorit Kemsley's husband was arrested on suspicion of DUI 1 month after the home invasion. Guys, we have all the details on that and more. But before we jump in, I do want to say thank you guys last night for an amazing night of daily hot takes. We switched over hot, messy topics to Jason's channel for daily hot takes, and you guys showed up and showed out. So we appreciate the hell out of you. And also, we do have a few exciting things coming your way today. So go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Dorit Kemsley's husband, PK, was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence 2 days before Thanksgiving. Now, according to the Daily Mail, apparently, PK was stopped by police officers on the night of November 23rd, and he was driving home from dinner on the Los Angeles 101 freeway when he was forced to pull just off of Laurel Canyon. Mind you, I've driven on Laurel Canyon. There is always DUI checkpoints all the time. And he was pulled off for a DUI checkpoint in order to take a breathalyzer test. So this is not uncommon over off of Laurel Canyon. Just saying. According to the Daily Mail, PK admitted that he drank wine with his meal and blew a 0.081% blood alcohol content. Now, he was then arrested and then taken to the police department in Van Nuys that night at midnight, where he tested again and blew a 0.073. Now, for California, the legal limit for a driver for their blood alcohol content is 0.08%. So at first he blew over, but then once they brought him to the station, he blew under. And that makes me wonder, does that mean the DUI charges will stick, or will you be able to fight them? Because at one point you did blow over. Well, it keeps going. Apparently, Kemsley was detained at the station for about an hour, but was not actually booked. He was then released and driven home by California Highway Patrol, per the Daily Mail. Now, a source told the outlet that Dorit and the couple's two children, 7-year-old Jagger and 5-year-old Phoenix, were not in the car at the time of PK's arrest. Thank goodness. And his attorney, Alan Jackson, also confirmed the report. His attorney said PK was arrested and cited on November 23rd on suspicion of a DUI. While out with a business colleague, PK consumed a glass of wine at dinner. So pretty much just saying, listen, it happens. It was an accident. He consumed a glass of wine. He was out with business colleagues. What else do you want me to say? Following a traffic stop, it was determined that he may have been close to the legal limit. This is what his lawyer is explaining. And he regrets the fact that he did not take alternate transportation home that evening. PK takes the allegations extremely seriously and fully cooperated with authorities. And then he noted that this would mark the first and only such incident in PK's long driving history. He has learned a very valuable lesson. It's interesting enough because PK's arrest came just 1 month after Dorit was held at gunpoint in their home while he was out of town, and it looks like the luck is just not so great for this couple. I mean, listen, the PK one, you having a glass of wine and deciding to drive, that's on PK, right? And thank God nobody was hurt, and thank God the, blood alcohol content, what he blew wasn't much more extreme. But for Dorit, that was nothing that she could control to begin with. On the night of October 28th, we know that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Dorit Kemsley and her kids were asleep in the couple's Encino, I was going to say home, but it's kind of like a little mansion, when 3 unknown men showed up, broke through the window, and we saw the footage, showed up at the end of her bed with a gun and said, well, kill her, but then robbed her and took about $1 million worth of valuables. It was almost like the Kim K. Paris situation all over again, except they didn't tie Dorit up, thank God, but still equally as traumatizing. Like, I couldn't even imagine going through what Dorit went through. Despite the terrifying command, Dorit and her babies were spared. In fact, the burglars did not even enter Jagger, or Phoenix's room. No one was injured during the incident, but the intruders did manage to make it out with all of Dorit's expensive jewelry and handbags. And immediately after they left, she filed a report with the police, who confirmed the incident with Radar Online. Guys, we know that this is going to play out on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And not only will the burglary, but at this point, if they're talking about PK and this, arrested on suspicion of DUI, well, they're still filming. So I would only imagine that this would be featured as well. But I am curious, especially going into the season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We know that it's going to be a little bit more dynamic than last season. I feel like there will be a few more layers as opposed to being completely all about the Girardi scandal. Now we'll see Erica and her new business, Pretty Mess Hair. We're going to see Lisa Rinna navigating the loss of her mother, which rest in peace, Lois. We love you. We're going to see Dorit Kemsley in this traumatic home invasion because they just started filming the same week that this home invasion happened. I'm sure PK being arrested under the suspicion of a DUI, they'll mention that somewhere along the line. I just really don't know what Sutton and Crystal's storylines will be. Not like they really need to make sure that they have something right off the bat before they start filming, even though some housewives do that. But I am curious, what their storylines will be at the end of the day and what we'll be watching for when it comes to them. Or will they just be involved in some of the other mess? And maybe it's just a group dynamic and that's your storyline. Maybe one of them doesn't get along with Sanella Diana Jenkins, who's our newbie. I have a lot of questions to which I need a lot of answers. All right, guys, go ahead and comment below. What do you think about PK's arrest? And do you think eventually these charges will stick, even though they released him from the jail that night? But he blew 0.81. The legal limit is 0.8. And then when he got back to jail, he blew a 0.73. So it was under when he got to jail. Does that mean that this is all dismissed? Or will he have to fight this out in court? If one of you guys is a lawyer, then please go ahead and comment below. And also don't forget, today we are doing another daily hot takes at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. Well, it's tonight on Jason's channel, Down with Jason. And then of course he'll be back with Jolene Lunzer and Busy Blue for Anchor Watch at 11 p.m. to talk about Below Deck. Hopefully we see you guys all day. We have a lot of pre-records coming your way and a lot of random things going on. So don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.